Hey there, listeners. Welcome to Socially Inclined, where we believe marketing should be simple, effective, and most importantly, affordable. In this episode, we'll be sharing expert tips and strategies to help you increase your visibility, engage more of your audience, and reach more clients than ever before. So if you're ready to take your online presence to the next level, keep listening because you're about to get socially inclined. Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. My name is Jess, and today I am taking on one of the hottest topics in the industry, and that is Chat GPT. More specifically, why some people are freaking out about it. So let me just start by saying that I had no idea how much of a hot topic Chat GPT was until we started teaching on it. Something really amazing happened a couple weeks ago. Julie and I, we started doing our weekly lives on Chat GPT, and we were just showing the people who join us, who are a mix of small business owners, entrepreneurs, micro business owners, etc., how we use it in our daily life as co-owners of Socially Inclined, and specifically how we operate. We're as productive as a 10-person team as a 2-person team. And that is all because we did not sleep on Chat GPT. I might have a little, but Julie picked it right up. But we started using Chat GPT as soon as it became available, and it has just really, really increased our productivity. Not just increased, like 10 to 100-fold our productivity. And that's kind of why I want to have this conversation. And I'm also going to do another podcast on specifically how to use Chat GPT for marketing. But it really can change your business. But there are some people who are a little wary, who are a little hesitant, a little reserved around it. And I think that's totally understandable. So this podcast is going to be a little bit of a mix about that and give kind of a nod to those who might be a little hesitant, because I definitely see you. I feel you, and I can understand. I myself was a little hesitant. Fortunately, I had the brains behind Socially Inclined pushing me to try it and see what it can do. But I'll tell you, from doing our live trainings and creating our Chat GPT for marketing course, that most people have no idea the power of Chat GPT. And if you're not leveraging that in your business, or I'm going to go as far to say as in your daily life, you're just still working way too hard and doing it the hard way. So what is Chat GPT and why are people freaking out about it? So funny enough, I kind of went back and forth on whether I was going to tell you guys that I'm actually doing this. But I literally went to my Chat GPT window and I asked it this question because I thought it would be an amazing example to kind of demonstrate the power of Chat GPT to some of you newbies who maybe you're like, what is this 4-letter thing she's talking about? So I asked Chat GPT, what is Chat GPT and why are people freaking out over it? And here's what it said. I'm going to read it, and it is a little bit, it's not exactly fun podcast candor, but once we get through it, it's going to be fun, I promise. So here's what ChatGPT told me. ChatGPT, Generative Pre-trained Transformer, that's what GPT stands for, by the way, is a type of artificial intelligence that's used to generate human-like language. It's a language model that has been trained on massive amounts of text data, enabling it to generate responses to a wide range of questions and tasks. People are, quote, freaking out over ChatGPT because of its impressive abilities. It can write articles, create poetry, generate computer code, and even converse with humans in a natural-sounding way. This has led to concerns about the impact of ChatGPT on society and the workforce. One major concern is that ChatGPT could be used to create fake news or misleading information that could spread rapidly online. Well, it's my personal opinion that already happens, whether or not ChatGPT is involved. It could also be used to automate jobs, that were previously done by humans, leading to job displacement, economic disruption. I'm almost done with this reading part. I promise it's worth it. On the other hand, Chat GPT also has the potential to revolutionize many industries, such as customer service, marketing, and even healthcare. Hello. It can help companies provide better customer service, streamline their operations, and make better decisions based on data insights. Overall, Chat GPT is a powerful tool that has the potential to transform the way we live and work. While there are legitimate concerns about its impact on society, there are also many exciting opportunities to explore its potential and create new applications that benefit everyone. Okay, so that was just written by a computer, y'all. So if you don't know what Chat GPT is, it just did that. It just wrote that in just a few seconds. So right there is just a snapshot of the power that Chat GPT can have. So I just want to go ahead and brag on Socially Inclined a little bit because I hate to kind of say it, but there are so many big players in the marketing industry who are quiet on Chat GPT, who are just like hoping it will go away because they have this scarcity feeling that if you get your hands on a tool that helps you write high converting sales pages without paying thousands of dollars, or helps you write social media captions without having to buy those from a marketing professional, they're afraid of the power of Chat GPT because they feel like if you know how to do it, you won't buy it from them. So I do want to just take a minute to kind of toot our own horns. I don't do it real often, but Socially Inclined we began straight out the gate trying to be the small business marketing champions, right? Really there for small business. And we really, in the last 3 years, have taken a turn toward arming small business owners with tools. And there's a reason it's called Simple, Effective, and Affordable Marketing for All. So I feel like it would be a huge miss to not have this conversation, to not just open your eyes and show you how easy content writing, email writing, marketing strategy creation, lead magnet creation really can be with Chat GPT. It has absolutely changed the game just in the last 6 months. So this is a really new thing. At Socially Inclined, Julie and I, we have always been proponents of using technology and automation to help us do more with less, streamline what we can, and try to get those repetitive tasks automated or outsourced if at all possible. It's just kind of how we were created, how we created ourselves, and how we wanted to stay. And when Chat GPT came along, it really, really helped us create and just make ends meet. It's such a magical thing because Chat GPT, it understands and generates language just like humans do. So I realized that reading that, that feedback from Chat GPT, that output maybe felt a little boring or black and white, but oh my gosh, it's so good. It's really like a smart computer, and it's been taught how to talk like a person. And one thing I haven't said yet is that Chat GPT is free. It's free. Sometimes it gets backed up if it's at busy times of day, but I'll tell you, it's way better in Q2 than it was in Q1. So they're definitely doing a lot to their servers. So Chat GPT, yes, you may have heard, if you've heard of Chat GPT, you may have heard that, it can write you a social post, or it can write you a letter or create a fun song or poetry or something like that. But Chat GPT can help you with data analysis. It can even help you with legal research, which I'm going to talk a little bit about that later. But by taking care of these mundane tasks that, you don't want to do, or you don't want to free up valuable human resources to do, man, it really will take those tasks off your plate so that your human resources, whether that's just you or maybe you are one of our medium-sized business that actually has a team, it'll free up those human resources to do things that require human creativity and intuition, like problem solving. So for those of you who maybe you were on the other side of the fence, like, no, Chat GPT, it does not need to be here because it's going to take away jobs. It's going to do this, X, Y, Z. Chat GPT will not ever replace the creativity of the human brain or the intuition of the human brain. So after having taught a couple of live classes on this in the last few weeks, I think it's safe to say that Julie and I very firmly believe that Chat GPT is not going to be replacing jobs. It's an amazing technology that can make work easier and more interesting instead of replacing humans. So make sure it's your job now that I've kind of given that long intro, 10 minutes, hello. Make sure that you learn what you need to learn, which, by the way, the learning curve on Chat GPT is not as scary as it might sound. I'm about to walk you through it. But you learn how to use Chat GPT and you learn how to leverage the powerful tool that it is, and you will really be unstoppable. So I think it's something to be really excited about. And it's definitely something that has already started to transform the way we work and live. And when I say that, I don't mean that just as marketers here at Socially Inclined. At the end of this podcast, I'm actually going to give you, let me see how many I wrote down, 6 very surprising ways that I've used ChatGPT just in the last few weeks. So other than that, let me start with a few ways that people are using ChatGPT and that you should be using ChatGPT to make things easier for yourself. First and foremost, content creation. Now, in my next podcast, I'm going to talk specifically about how to use ChatGPT in digital marketing. And let me tell you right now, if you're a social media manager, a virtual assistant, or any kind of technical job like that where you're creating blogs or you're doing SEO or things like that, that one is going to be a must listen. So make sure you tune into that one as well. But first and foremost, ChatGPT is absolutely jaw-dropping at its content creation abilities. It can literally generate high quality content like blog posts, product descriptions. Maybe you're not in marketing. Maybe you have a crochet store on Etsy and you have beautiful products, but you don't know what to say or you don't know how to describe it to capture those leads or to bring in that traffic off of Google. Well, you're missing the boat. But the good news is ChatGPT can literally help you describe your products in a way that will bring that traffic from Google to your Etsy store or from Google to your Shopify store or Kajabi store or wherever it is that you have your point of sale. And best part is it does it in a fraction of the time and a fraction of the cost, because like I've already said, ChatGPT is free. I know I've said that a few times, but people have a really hard time believing that. And I do want to say there's no guarantee it'll be free forever. There is currently a paid upgrade where you can pay $20 a month, which, by the way, is an absolute steal. I would give up one coffee a week to make sure that I could afford the ChatGPT upgrade. But if you don't even want to pay for it yet, the free version, I used it for months and months and months, and it is absolutely incredible. And our members in Success Club who we've taught how to use ChatGPT, they use the free version. It's really great. The main difference is they prioritize the servers so that you don't, if it gets really busy, you don't get kicked off. So anyway, content creation, blog posts, product descriptions, of course, social media posts, but it can also do some surprising things like Reels and TikTok scripts. But that's all I'm going to say about content creation, because like I said, I have a whole other blog or a whole other podcast that I'm going to talk about this, specifically as it relates to digital marketing. What else could I use Chat GPT for? Emails. Whether you have an email campaign set up for your business, or maybe you need to send a hard email to a friend or a family member, Chat GPT can help you write it. I've used it for personal emails. I've used it for probably hundreds at this point of professional emails, but it can really create powerful emails and email series. If you need 5 of them, it can give you input a little information about what you're trying to do, what the purpose of the series is, and it will give you, the 5 subjects, and then you ask it to write that email per subject, and boom, in about 5 minutes, you have a 5 email series. Throwback to when I first started with YSP and I wrote Socially Inclined's first onboarding email series, it took me about a week and a half. So can you see the power and how much time and money it can save you in your business? Data analysis, number 3. Man, this one immediately you kind of want to clam up because data and analysis are both kind of boring, annoying words, but it's amazing for those who feel that way because what you can do is plop that data in there and say, analyze this, tell me about its patterns, tell me what's it about, trends, etc. And it can return things that's even difficult for a human to detect. So next time you have, trying to think of a everyday application, but next time you have some data points that you don't want to analyze or that you want a little help with, run them through there and see what it comes back with. One of my favorites is next. Number 4, time-saving summaries. Have you ever had to read something that you just don't feel like reading? Well, Chat GPT is for you. All right, for those of you who didn't know already, I'm a little bit of a dork, but time-saving summaries. If you have some text, and maybe it's not just a little text, you should feed that in there and ask for some cliff notes or ask for it to summarize it for you. Or maybe you have a 10-page white paper that you want to give a 15-minute talk on. You can literally feed it in and ask it to give you some talking points on it, and it will do it in just a few seconds. Crazy stuff. Another great one here. I spent 2 years in China, so I would have loved to have had Chat GPT back in 2010. Chat GPT can translate language. You just feed it in and tell it to translate it into the language of your choice, and boom. Wow. Can you imagine the implications? It makes it so much easier to communicate with your friends around the world. Sales support. This one's got a lot to it because to say Chat GPT can help with sales is such an understatement, but it can help with sales. It can help you. It can help your sales or support team, maybe someone new's coming in. It can help them answer questions. It can help them guide them through, maybe they don't understand what a UVP is, a unique value proposition. Maybe they don't know how to communicate your features into benefits, which, by the way, your ideal client, your buyers, they don't care about features. They care about the benefits. They care about what they're getting out of it. So next, when you sit down to try Chat GPT next time, or for the first time, take your features. What are your top 3-4 features for your main product or service? Feed it into Chat GPT. In other words, copy paste and say, turn these features into benefits that will resonate with my ideal client, and then describe your ideal client in a sentence. You will be amazed at what happens. Now, there are chatbots that are powered with Chat GPT, and they're amazing. We use a few of them, but that is a really more advanced. It's kind of a more advanced thing. But it is worth noting that chatbots are powered by Chat GPT and AI, and they can really help automate a ton of it. But I was just kind of speaking about Chat GPT's ability to take maybe some hard to understand sales text and turn it into something that a newbie on your team, or maybe you, if you don't feel confident about sales lingo, can share with interested people. Number 7, legal research. Disclaimer alert, here it comes. Neither myself nor anyone at Socially Inclined nor Chat GPT is or has ever been a lawyer. So as I follow this next few sentences, keep that in mind. But Chat GPT can assist with legal research. It can provide case law and statutes in response to, like, if you have a legal question. Now, you should always go to a lawyer if you think you need a lawyer, but lawyers are $300 an hour. So you do some of this research on the front end. Maybe you draft something and then you can take it to your lawyer. So it only takes 1 hour of his or her time instead of 5 hours of his or her time. Then you can come back and you can send me an email, podcast@sociallyinclined.com, and be like, thank you so much, Jessica, for saving me that $900. That is really a great way to use ChatGPT in a legal setting. Again, it is not a replacement for legal counsel, but it can certainly be a tool to shortcut it. Creative writing. Yes, that's kind of like content creation, but creative writing in a non-business standpoint. What does it look like? Generating ideas, providing inspiration for any of your writing needs. Case in point, ideas for your daughter's 3-year-old birthday party. Ideas for a Father's Day card. And you can even put a little of your background, like maybe you have a stressed relationship with your dad, and you can kind of feed in some of what you struggle with and say, write something really meaningful for us. And it will do it. I kid you not. None of these are jokes. None of these are made up. ChatGPT is very powerful. And proposals of any and all types. I'm gonna share a little more about that in just a minute. 9, and this is my last one before I get into the unexpected things I've used ChatGPT for in the last month. Number 9. Personalized recommendations. Now, at the opening of this podcast, I told you that Julie and I did a couple live trainings last week. We actually, I didn't say that, but we actually packaged them up, and you can buy them in our store. You go to getsociallyinclined.com and then in the search bar, type ChatGPT. It'll pop right up. That's the replays of when we did demos and showed you how to set up ChatGPT feeds and all of that goodness, how to get the most out, how to create hashtag lists, how to create anything. It was really, really an amazing week that we did that. But during that, I asked in our group, also the Get Socially Inclined group on Facebook, you should come join us if you would like. ChatGPT can provide personalized recommendations for products, services, and as one of our members pointed out, vacation destinations based on your preferences and your past behavior. That is wild to me. So really, the sky is the limit and anything is possible if you know how to use ChatGPT. And again, it's not that hard. I fully encourage you to just go jump in and start trying some things. If you feel like you need more help from there, as I mentioned, you can head over to our store and get our short course. It's called ChatGPT Marketing 101. It's at www.getsociallyinclined.com and just type ChatGPT into the search bar. Here you go. I promised 6 unexpected things Jess has used ChatGPT for in the last month. All right. I wrote job applications based on preferences and required experience. I don't have any experience writing job listings. It's kind of scary to me. I found myself sitting there, kind of spinning my wheels, and I thought to myself, I wonder if ChatGPT could do this. And I fed it in, and it came back beautifully. Something very powerful I did next. I combined a job application with a resume to write a successful cover letter. So for anyone who has ever searched for a job, you know how much of a brain suck it is. It's important to write a cover letter, right? But it can really wear you down, because who likes to just, I'm great, over and over. So here's what I did. I took the job application as it was listed, the job listing as it was listed on the website. and I copied and pasted it into Chat GPT. And I said, use this job listing and this resume. So then I copied and pasted everything in the resume to write a successful cover letter. And it wrote a cover letter. And then I wasn't super happy with it. It was a little bit, robotic, just not as soft as I wanted it to be. So I asked it to rewrite it and make it a little more conversational. Boom, perfection. So something that would have taken me 3 to 4 hours took me about 7 to 8 minutes. So keep that in mind. I helped someone take a very technical proposal in a very technical field and write it and get it out of their mind and onto paper. Wow. That's really great too. It has nothing to do with marketing. It was actually in the construction field, something that I know nothing about, but fortunately Chat GPT does. I helped someone close to me create occupational health handouts and emails so that they could create a well worker campaign for their company. Something that businesses are used to paying a team of HR or a team of people on their team. Something that businesses are used to paying several people a week of their time to create. I did in just a few minutes with Chat GPT. Something really fun. I estimated, I got it to guess questions that would be asked in this tough interview that was won by the cover letter that I had Chat GPT write. And it gave an incredible list of 20 questions, which, by the way, in the interview they asked, every single one of them was on the list. So it was effective. And last but not least, I got Chat GPT. Every time I do a podcast or a YouTube video now, I get it to give me timestamps so that you know exactly where the content is that you want to see first so that you can skip to it and find it. So that was 9 ways that everyone can use ChatGPT. Anyone can use ChatGPT in 6 ways that might surprise you that I've used it. I've used it for 100 other applications for digital marketing, social media marketing, women in business, listing sites, you name it. But I'm going to talk more about the specific implications of ChatGPT on your business, specifically for digital marketing, in my next podcast. In the meantime, make sure that you've subscribed if you haven't yet, and watch for all of my good podcasts coming out. Make sure you share this podcast far and wide if you feel that I illuminated a marketing topic for you. And if you have any questions or requests for an upcoming topic, feel free to email me. I can be reached at podcast@sociallyinclined.com. And if you want to get better at ChatGPT, you want to hit the ground running and know exactly how to do XYZ for your business, make sure that you head over to getsociallyinclined.com and search ChatGPT to get your hands on our ChatGPT Marketing 101 course. It is just $17, and like this podcast, it's going to knock your socks off. I'll see you next time.